Hi, my name is Debra R. Richardson of Debra R. Richardson LLC, and I work with you to help you clean up your vendor data, clean up your vendor processes so that you pay the right vendor. Now, this week's Vendor Master File tip of the week is the 1042S Unique Form Identifier. But first, we're going to start with the 1042S form. Now, taking this explanation from the 1042S form instructions on page 3, it says that generally every non-resident alien individual, non-resident alien fiduciary, and foreign corporation with U.S. income, including income that is effectively connected with the conduct of trade or business in the U.S. or United States, must file a U.S. income tax return. Now that means that just like you send to U.S. or your U.S. vendors that have reportable payments from your company, you must do the same thing with your foreign payees. So let's talk about that 1042S unique form identifier. So starting with the tax year 2017, and I remember that because I remember having a specific meeting to talk over with my analyst how or what number, what kind of sequence and number we were going to come up with for that unique form identifier. And so it started in 2017 and we needed to use it for all of the 1042Ss that we generated for that tax year. And so the IRS does have some requirements, and the first one is that that unique form identifier must be 10 digits. It also cannot be their U.S. tax ID or a foreign tax ID. So it can't be a taxpayer identification number that is U.S. or foreign. Also, it must be numeric, and then lastly, it must be unique for the current year for each original form. Now, that does mean that you can use it for a subsequent year if you choose to and if your system allows it. Now, what happens if you have to have an amendment or file an amendment? Well, the IRS has taken care of that too. They do have two rules surrounding it. One, if you file an amended form, you must include an amendment number, but no meeting is required to determine what that number is going to be because the IRS has already done that for you. That amendment number must start with 1. And if you file a subsequent amendment for that same vendor for that same tax year, then you guessed it, it will be 2 and so on and so on. So that's the 1042S unique form identifier. I do have another video that I will link right after this one. It is called Getting Ready or Get Ready for the 1042S using the new 1042S data integrity tool from the IRS. So make sure you check that out if you're interested. And then if you'd like more information on how to improve your vendor process, be sure to check out my website at debrarrichardson.com for free tools and resources to avoid fraud, regulatory fines, and just overall bad vendor data. So good luck and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified next Tuesday for the next Vendor Master File tip of the week.